I'm Akiva Gluck, and you are watching Feel the Heat. Welcome to Feel the Heat. I'm Akiva Gluck. We are joined by some of the players from the Tel Aviv Heat rugby team. We are joined by Yahel Rozilio, Ori Abutbul, and Mheli Dlamini, aka Giraffe. Boys, how are we doing? I want to, first dive into the questions about, how the season's going and how, the playing group is going. Really, how's this season going and how are you finding, Tel Aviv Heat are doing this current year?
First of all, I think as the boys we are doing very well. Even though we made on a short time, but we managed to get the information. We managed to win some games, even though we lost our last game. But we learned a lot. We show this that we can fight back. So I think that on the last game we had a lot of positivity that we can take as a team, and work on that we can work to prepare for our next game.
Or how have you found the season to be this year? And is there anything that you found that has been more special this season than the other season?
Um, I think the season does go so far quite well. We start a bit slowly than last 2 years, but we catching the rhythm step by step, and we getting the magic of the Tel Aviv Heat, slowly getting more and more and more and more. This season is a bit we can starting to feel the club form as a club. The majority of the boys has been, I think, at least 2 years in the club. It's not the first time. There's not a lot of new faces. We're starting to be similar, and you can recognize, and we know each other more and more better. And it's getting much more a club. Getting this basically, we can see how a club form in front of our eyes, and it's a nice thing to be part of.
Yeah, what about yourself? How have you found the season to be this year?
This is my first season with the Heat, and I'm agreeing with G's thing that he said, and Ori as well. As we get along, we can see that everyone getting it together and acting like a team, and you can see it off the field and on the field. And I wish us to go to the final and actually beat the Black Lions this year.
While you're on the mic, I want to ask you, you've been playing rugby for a long time. What has been your career highlight up until now? Obviously besides from playing for the Tel Aviv Heat, what has been something that has been special that has stuck out in your mind?
Yeah, so for me, the highlight of my career will be to play in the senior team of the national Israel. To represent my country is always was a big dream of mine, and I will try to keep it up and stay there as long as I can, and win some trophies as well with the national.
Ori, what about you? What has been your highlights? Obviously besides from playing for the Tel Aviv Heat, what's been something that stuck out in your mind?
Um, I do have something from abroad, South Africa, or the gold medal in Maccabi 15 when I was 18 years old. But for me, the highlight of my career was playing alongside and against my father on the same pitch.
Who won that game? That's the question.
I'm not going to answer that. Still want to be invited for shishi dinners. But for me, that was the highlight of my career, being on the same pitch with my dad. I heard stories of him as a rugby player, playing in the same club, wearing the same national jersey, playing in the same position. So for me, it's my highlight of my career.
Giraffe, what about you? I'm sure you've played all over the world. What's been some of your highlights of your career?
Oh, damn. I think I have lots of highlights. But my biggest highlight I can say is to take the Heat to a final last year. That was the biggest highlight for me. But almost come close to win a trophy, but we never won. But I think that was my biggest highlight last year for me. Yeah, to play on the same. Yeah, I won't lie. That was one biggest thing ever.
Boys, I'm sure that now that you've been a group for a little while now, and I've been able to observe you in the last few days, and I see the tight knit group that you are, and the friendships that you guys have bonded. I want to get to know the team a little better from a more personal perspective, and I want you to tell me, and I guess we can start with you, Giraffe. Who would you say is the practical joker of the group? Who's the prankster? Who's the funny one in the group that, gets the group going? Are there any players, maybe one player or maybe a few players that do funny things that, fans of the team might want to hear about?
For me, I think we have different characters in the team. We have guys who bring the energy during practice. There's a guys who always make some jokes. For me, the guy who give us energy, I can say, is Java. For us, he always push the squad to stay on the positive side, bring that energy to the guys. And the guy who tells his jokes the most, I'll go with Vaughan. Yeah, I always crack some jokes in the bus during our team dinners and stuff. I think Vaughan is a guy who always come up with the jokes for me. Prankster, I don't know. we don't have guy who pranks a lot. I don't know. If
All right, what are your thoughts?
I think I have two players in my mind. It's Niall Saunders and Nortjie. I think you cannot laugh when you're around Nortjie. I don't think he does it on purpose sometimes, but this man put a lot of energy, vibes, and smiling. You can see us now. Just by thinking about him, about last night and stuff, like you all can have a funny story with Nortjie. So I don't think there's someone better than Nortjie in that area.
Yeah, who would you say is the prankster person?
Yeah, so for me, Nortjie as well, that's for sure. And Thomas Berman and Jasavera Malua. Every session when we split, those guys are making a laugh every time, and they're very special guys.
And the last question I want to ask you guys, for our fans at home, are there any special talents within the playing group? Do you have any, aside from your rugby playing ability, do any of you want to take the mic first in the rain and share any hidden talents?
Yeah, come on, show us your talent.
I can show you a talent, but
Show-
it is
show
a real talent.
Show us your talent.
It's very there. You got it, Danny.
And can any significant talent?
Secret talent, no. But if any of the Heat boys want to come and hike in the desert, I'm a legal hiking in the desert in Israel, so you're welcome.
Wow. I might take you up on that.
I'm not promising anything if we arrive at the place, but I'm legally allowed to.
That's right.
For me, strange but music. I'm a music producer.
Do you sing?
I cannot sing. I only produce. I'm a bad singer. I won't lie. I'm terrible. But I like music that much because the boys, maybe they can notice, are always on my ear headsets, listening to music. So whenever I get time to go back home, I meet up with my friends. We make some beautiful music. Yeah.
And that's all we have time for on Feel the Heat this week. We'll see you next time.
Yeah!